I was 24 and had never kissed a guy. I was taught you shouldn't give away kisses like candy, so I held them tight. I wanted to save my kisses for somebody who really cared about me. While I still hold the notion that physical affection is best after you developed a friendship, there are one or two guys I wish I would have kissed along the way. I was getting ready to go on a church mission for a year and a half, and I didn't want to be virgin lips at 26 when I returned, so I decided I would kiss him. We'd been seeing each other for about 3.5 months, with 3 of those months being long distance. He had been in Michigan finishing his engineering degree, and I was in Utah working my first job as a first grade teacher. To give a little bit of backstory, he was the quintessential Land's End guy, practical and classy all at once, with freckles and a ginger-haired shag cut. The way we met was 100% out of a storybook. We met at a bookstore where I was working over the Christmas holidays, and he came in as a customer. He was browsing the store for a while, and later he would tell me that it's because he was trying to work up the courage to talk to me. He finally did talk to me and ended up buying the book that he was looking for a friend. We went out a few times that week, and at the end, before he left to Michigan, he tried to kiss me. I wasn't ready, so I turned away. We kept in touch for the next 3 months via phone calls. He would call me every week, and the conversations were super short because he was super shy. I just couldn't keep conversations going past 10 minutes, and it kind of drove me crazy. It was hard for me. When the 3 months were over, he left Michigan and got in touch with me right away. He planned really unique and fun dates, like mule riding through the mountains, dinner at a fancy lodge up the canyon, and visiting his house to show me the custom hardwood flooring he does with his dad when he's home. This particular night, after making him dinner and him not being particularly helpful, we sat down to a movie, The Man from Snowy River, which was my favorite movie at the time. I loved playing Jessica's theme on the piano, and I had a huge crush on Jim Craig. It was a rule of mine not to watch movies with guys because I generally knew what their intention was, especially if it was their idea. They would want to cuddle, and then they would want to kiss. Plus, I never felt like it was a great way for me to get to know a guy, so it didn't really make sense to sit down and watch movies unless we'd been dating for a while and I knew him really well. I was old school, but I didn't grow up with a TV from the time I was 10, so I was used to being old school. I didn't tell him I was virgin lips because, frankly, I was a little embarrassed about it. Although I didn't need to be embarrassed. I chose to be that way. As we began watching the movie, first he moved into cuddle, then he went in for the kiss. I had already decided I was going to let him kiss me because I didn't want to be 26 with virgin lips. I also wanted to know what it was like to kiss, and I knew he genuinely liked me, so I might as well. There was still the looming issue for me that I didn't connect with him. Naively, though, I thought kissing him might change that. It didn't. It made it worse. Not only did he give me tongue on that first kiss, but then he wanted it to be a makeout session. I was not into it, and I should have spoken up about it, but I was just caught off guard. I had no idea that a guy would kiss a girl with tongue the first time he kissed her. Too forward and not sweet, in my opinion. In my mind, physical affection should grow over time, much like a relationship. Am I alone in this thinking? I'm genuinely curious about what you guys think. What was your first kiss like? Would you redo it if you could? I mean, people in movies kiss on the first date all the time, but that doesn't seem realistic or a good idea. It is Hollywood after all. I did end the evening with him, knowing that it was too much for me. He told me he liked the way I kissed, and I told him it was my first kiss ever. He told me that if he'd known that, he would have made it more special. My thought is, it was your first kiss with me. Was that not special enough to make it something memorable? Over the next couple of dates, I grew to dislike seeing him because I felt obligated to kiss him during the date. I don't know why I put that pressure on myself. Probably because I wasn't speaking to him about it, worried about hurting his feelings because I knew he wanted it and he thought I did too. It got to a point where I couldn't do it anymore and I broke up with him on his birthday. Oops. It was the worst. I feel bad about that. I took him to frozen custard and they took cash, which I didn't have. So he paid for his birthday treat, and then I sealed our fate and broke up with him that night. Not proud of that one. I held in my feelings about not knowing how to communicate around physical affection, and it came out tragically like a tire blowout, unexpected and jarring. I couldn't bear the thought of kissing him again. I should have gone with my gut and just ended things sooner rather than thinking that maybe there was something wrong with me because I didn't like kissing him. There'd never been connection before the kiss, so it made sense there wouldn't be much after the kiss. I think that's why it's so important to really get to know somebody and enjoy being with them before physical affection comes in. Otherwise, it can feel like an obligation, and either you can feel used or you can start to use somebody. Neither one feels good. After that experience with him, I decided that I wanted every first kiss with a guy to be special. So I wrote Sparkling Sky to illustrate what I wanted my next first kiss to be like. Amazing how once you know what you want, the universe can actually help it happen. The cool thing is that it came true with the next guy I dated, and the one after that, and the one after that. Every first kiss after that was special. I don't know if it's because I told them, or if they heard the song, or if they just got the vibe. All I know is that I was much happy with the kisses there on out, and I knew that I would only kiss guys that I really felt a connection with. I also got much better at communicating my feelings around physical affection. I'm also a fan of women initiating physical affection. For either party, communicating it takes out the guesswork and issues of consent. The guy from my Fell Apart song Journey, do you remember that one? Did an epic first kiss in the mountains in the snow with candlelight and hot chocolate and love songs playing on a Bluetooth speaker on Valentine's Day. I'll never forget how my song came to life after I wrote it. The story of Bookstore Boy doesn't end here, folks. I'll tell the rest of the story of him in the song Journey, which is called Holding Place. That's a song I wrote for him when we reconnected and hit it off 4 years later. I will never stop saying thank you for listening to this entire story. I would love for you to hear other ones too. Be sure to press the like button if this resonated with you so that YouTube knows to feed it to others. Listen to more of my song journeys by subscribing to my channel and hitting the little bell next to the subscribe button. The bell ensures that you will see when my videos come online. Let me know in the comments how your first kiss went. I am genuinely curious. While accepting the past as it is, thinking about it and how it could have played out better sometimes has learning for us in our future, even if it's just being a more open communicator. If you want snippets of new songs I'm writing or sneak peeks into upcoming releases, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. As a side note, all the footage you see in this video is from our family trip to the big island of Hawaii and the island of Kauai. You didn't see me in most of the footage because I was too busy filming and hanging out with my husband and kids, but I hope you enjoyed the footage. This is the only song on my albums so far where I composed to the piano part and played it in the production. I love the piano part on this song so much. I hope you notice it when you're listening to it. Write your story. Write your reality. When we don't know what we want, we wander. We just go with whatever comes to us. There's nothing wrong with wandering, and we all do it sometimes, but take a minute and write down one thing that you want that you haven't articulated yet. Knowing what you want is the first step in getting it. What I wanted was my first kiss with the next guy to be way up in the mountains underneath a full moon. Want my first kiss with you to be way up in the